Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and today we're talking about Hard Time. And this episode of DS9, while it is an O'Brien forward piece, does not mean that it is really about him, but about what happens to people anytime that they are exposed to traumatic situations. This happens with a lot of people that go to war, people who have been on the front lines of fighting, that coming back, they call it PTSD. It's post-traumatic stress disorder. And so what we do is add a futuristic twist to this, and we can tell this story. And they do it pretty well. Where we have Miles O'Brien, who has stumbled upon some technology in some planet that was top secret, and therefore he's tried for espionage and put in prison for 20 years. And when he's released, we cut to the present day where Kira is standing over a medical table, and one of the people who arrested him apparently has said, okay, it's done. Which is to say, in an hour's time, they made him experience and believe that he was in jail for 20 years. And not just in jail being treated nicely, but often not fed, under dirt floor conditions. You hear screaming in the background. And he comes back to Deep Space Nine completely disoriented. The fact that everybody looks pretty much like they did when he left, and yet he has advanced 20 years. He finds that he's still hoarding food. He finds that he's still having difficulty with friends and even remembering the names of his tools. It all starts coming back to him, but still the stress, the post-traumatic stress is still there, and it shows itself in confrontations that he has, not only with the doctor, but also with his family. And this is not something that can be tolerated, obviously, and Cisco takes a move in saying, you're relieved of duty until you get this stuff taken care of. And they offer him counseling, and they offer him the services of Bashir, but he seems to be pushing Bashir away. He doesn't think that he needs the counseling, and we find that in addition to the post-traumatic stress, there's also guilt. And in this guilt, he does not want to talk about the other stressful situations, and it makes it difficult for them to really diagnose what it is that's bothering him and how to treat it. And so that's where we find ourselves in this episode. It's powerful. Of course, Colm Meaney is a much better actor than a supporting character on a TV show should be, and therefore he makes you feel it. You feel the situation that he had with the imprisonment. You can feel how he really wants to be able to reach out to his friends and family, but somehow can't. He's tired of having to explain himself. He's afraid that he's not going to be able to do his job properly. He's not really wanting to face Julian because the way he treated someone who became a friend while he was in prison, he's now thinking he could have done that to Julian. And that guilt, on top of that guilt, on top of the stress, on top of this chronological misalignment now that he has with everyone, has made it an almost impossible situation, and he doesn't really know how to get out of it except perhaps to take his own life. And the range by which one has to act that, you have to hand it to Colm Meaney. He was able to pull that off, make you believe it, make you feel sorry for him and everybody around him. And that's Deep Space Nine for this week. So, pardon me having it a little bit late. We had some other things going on here. We have spring break, which doesn't really matter much to me, except that virtually everybody else around me is off, and so it's been an opportunity to do some different things with my family. So it pushed us a day late on this video, but we'll be back to schedule by next week. So, thank you for joining us. Until next time, don't go far.